friends. Today is the day we are trying to paint safety eyes for the first time ever. Today we are going to be painting safety eyes for the very first time. This was inspired by the video that Crochet with Kelsey, one of my lovely crochet friends, put out on her YouTube channel, teaching people how to paint their own safety eyes. And it wasn't really something I'd ever thought about doing before, but watching that combined with the fact that I needed to buy these bigger eyes anyway for a project that I have in mind, I just decided why not? Let's try and do it. So here we are. I am in my old shirt. I have my safety eyes, obviously. I have left on the little plasticky bits as specified / suggested by Kelsey in her video. I also have with me the mica powder to mix into the resin. I have little silicone edged brushes or silicone tipped brushes to mix and to paint them with. I do also have a box of different colored glitters in case I want to try a glitter eye as well. And I have some silicone cups to do all of my mixing in. I got just some little craft sticks to mix up the solution. They were just kind of cheap ones that I can get rid of because I didn't remember or know what else I was meant to like stir them with that wouldn't then like get ruined by the resin. So that's what I've got. And of course, this wouldn't be much of a kind of safety eye making thing unless I had the UV resin, which I do. I've got a little bit left in this kind of no-namey brand one, and I also have some from Colourpore resin, so a little bit more UV resin as well. And of course I have a UV lamp to set it. So those are all of my materials, and now I guess let's get into it. All right, I've got all my stuff out here, and I have to admit I am just using like a baking tray to work on. I'm also going to take off my ring and my watch because that feels like a smart idea. All right, I have my gloves, which were also recommended. Now, I guess I need to choose a color of this mica powder. I'm thinking that I want to do like probably a green and a blue. So, oh, there is a greenish blue and an apple green. I'm gonna try this apple green for the first one. And I might also try this golden one for a second. So let's see. I'm aiming to make 3 sets, I think. So let's go green, let's go golden and see how they go. And then perhaps in my last one, I will just add some glitter to it. So I have a bunch of colors. This is potentially going to get glitter all over my desk. All right, these are all the glitter colors that I have. I already have some on my hands, which is just fantastic. I'm wondering if maybe I pair the golden mica powder with the silver glitter. I feel like that could be quite cute. Or do I pair it with like a color? So it's like golden green, although that feels quite Australian. Maybe like a blue and gold Starry Night vibe. Maybe we'll do that. All right, first things first. I'm going to put on my gloves. I'm kind of nervous to start. Okay. I'm gonna get a few pairs of these out. 1, 2, 3. Now, I guess I don't need all these yet. I'll put these away. All right, the glitter is all away. I have my safety eyes, and I think I cannot delay anymore. We have to just get it going. So let's see how we go. It's been a long time since I've used UV resin, and I certainly never used gloves with it, which is probably a really silly idea. I think it's also worth noting that this is definitely not a tutorial. If you want a tutorial, please go and watch Kelsey's video, because that is where I learnt this, but also if it goes wrong, it's on me, not on her. There's really not much UV resin left in this bad boy. You know what? Let's try the other one. We've already come up against our first hurdle. All right, we're going with this one instead because I think my other one is really, really full. I mean, the opposite. Really, really empty.
2 hours later.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, we have our UV resin open. Let's go. I think I don't need too much of this to start. Let's just do a little touch, and let's start with green. Let me use this to take some out. I'm not sure how much powder to put in. I'm going with this much. I don't know. We'll find out. Now, I remember one thing that Kelsey said was to make sure you don't let any clumps stay in it because then they won't set. So I'm going to try and stir it really, really, really well. It's looking like a cute color already. All right, I think that's pretty well stirred. So put it in my little rubbish box and I'll put the lid back on this before we go any further. Let's paint, I guess. Oh God, this is the moment of truth, I think. So I remember Kelsey saying don't put on a super thick coat to start with because you will do a second coat. These eyes have like a bit of a kind of dip to them on the edge. So I don't want the resin to kind of fall off that. In theory, I think that UV resin is like self-leveling, but is it? And I know I probably didn't have to go right behind the pupil, but I'm doing it anyway, just in case. That's one eye. Oh my gosh, I touched it at the very end. That's so silly. All right, let's try the second eye. Second eye, first coat. How are we all feeling? Have you ever made safety eyes before? I would love to hear about it. I would love to hear any tips and tricks you have if you have made them before, or any color combos you love. If you haven't made them before, I'd love to know if you've ever used them. I personally haven't even used kind of fancy safety eyes because I'm just a basic girly, you know? But if these go well, maybe I'll get hooked. I think that's our first coat done. Kelsey, if you're watching and I have brought dishonor on you, I'm so sorry. I would like to just say that any problems I have with this are my own issues and nothing to do with the person whose tutorial I watched. So, oh my gosh, let's not do that. Let's just slide these on into the lamp. All right, I'm gonna go 60 seconds. I won't make you watch this whole thing, so let's come back after the 60 seconds is done, hey? I didn't really know how to flick between my camera and whatever, like the setup, so I'm just coming here on the phone. Hopefully this looks okay. I have my first lot in. So far, I'm feeling pretty good, but I'm gonna have to see if this sets or not in the 60 seconds. I can always put it on for longer. I feel like maybe I've done too thick a first coat, but we'll find out. All right, I've just taken them out, and I guess this is the moment of truth. I'm gonna touch it with this to see if it's set or not. Ooh, it feels like it has. It's pretty hard. Let's test the other one because I think I did them different thicknesses. Oh yeah, I don't know if you can hear that. Huh? Hard. All right, let's go for our second coat. Ooh. Ooh, is that meant to happen? It's like kind of got a little skin on it. Uh-oh. I wonder if some of it is... How quickly does UV resin set? Is it setting just by sitting on my table? That would be so stupid. Okay, whatever. Let's go. I'm gonna be concerned if that has set though. I don't know if there's a way I'm meant to like brush this on that isn't just in like short, sharp strokes, which feels like what I'm doing now, but anyway. We learn by doing, and that is what we're doing. If I become really big and famous in the safety eye painting world, you will all be able to be like, I knew her when she was doing her very first ever safety eye painting. But I don't think that's going to happen, so sorry to disappoint. I really do think this has set a little bit. Oh dear. Lesson learnt, keep it well away from the lamp before I hit the on button. I feel like what we're going to do is not look at the front of these, and we're going to all have a reveal together looking at the front. Because from the back, I don't know, it looks a bit, you know, I don't know how it looks, but probably not ideal. Oh, I think I'm doing it too thick again. I'm like wanting to make sure that you can see it, and in doing so I think I'm just making it like way too thick. There we go. All right, let's go in for round 2 in the machine. You know what I have is, this is just like a little thing that I used to use, and I can slide them in a lot better this way. All right, let's go again. Let's go 60 seconds again. Once again, I won't make you wait, so come back in 1 second. They've just finished. Let's see if they're hard. Nothing coming off, even with a little scrapey scrape. So that, I feel like that's a positive sign. There is a little like lump in this one, and I wonder if that is from where it may be set earlier. Those ones are done. Let's leave them there. And now I'm going to do what Kelsey just suggested and cure these. And then I'm gonna work on my next color. Let's do that. I might actually turn this so that the UV light isn't coming directly across here. So let's put these in. All right, those are maybe curing. See how the UV light kind of seeps out? I feel like that was my issue last time. Maybe I need to do that. I don't know. I don't know if that'll do anything. Anyway, our next one is going to be just gold on its own. And then I think what I'll need to do is mix in the glitter with just clear, and then try a layer of glitter and then the layer of gold on top of that. So let's see how we go. All right, I will keep curing this a little bit more, but I just wanted to show you, like, it does kind of come off because of the silicone. So that's cool. I think I'll cure it more, but I'll also clean it afterwards because there are kind of little specks sitting on it. So anyway, that's just to show you that. And now let's try our second color. Go. More resin. Let's get a new stick to our testing stick. I'll try and take the same amount as I did before, although... Oh, our first casualty. That's all right. Let's go mix this in, see how we go with the gold. I'm curious if you guys like eyes that have white pupils in them, because I see a lot of people use them, but for me, I feel like they're just a little too creepy with the white pupils. I don't know. Is that just a me thing, or do you have like specific makes that you use the white pupils on? You know what I mean? All right, that's looking pretty good. I really don't remember if Kelsey said anything about like bubbles in the resin. I know that that is a thing that can happen with UV resin from when I've used it in the past, but we're just gonna ignore it for now. I don't recommend not re-watching the tutorial you're following immediately beforehand. I watched this tutorial a couple of days ago now, and I'm going purely off memory. But anyway, all right, let's get that lid back on. All right, are we ready for the second set of eyes? We're going for gold. And I'm gonna try and do it a little bit lighter this time. I remember watching Kelsey's one and thinking, gosh, that is so much lighter than I thought you would need. And hers are beautiful, and she obviously knows what she's doing, so like maybe I should listen to the experts instead of thinking I know best. See, now, the thing I worry about is that there's like really stroke patterns in this, but will it level out? Like, what will it look like? Do I need to try and level it out? I'm not sure. Let's see. Maybe that looks better. Okay, that's one down. Let's try the second one. This video is going to be such a fail if you can't see anything. I hope you can see things. Okay, guess whose battery died partway through doing this? So I don't know how much of that footage I just got of making my second pair of eyes because I looked up and my camera was off. I'm going to wait until the battery life on my camera charges a little bit more, and then I am going to check how much of it I filmed, and then I'll give you another update. Just watch the footage back of where it cut out, and the irony of it cutting out, as I said, I hope you can see things, is really not lost on me. We're back, the camera's plugged in, so hopefully I won't die again, but this is after coat 1. And now I'm going to try coat 2. And the thing I'm worried about is that on the edges, it because it dips away here. Wait, I might need to show you on the side. See how it kind of has this dip away from where I'm painting? It makes it really hard to paint really all the way to the edges, and I'm a little bit worried about that. But we will press on and see how we go. So let's see coat number 2. First eye, second coat done. How are we doing? How are we feeling? How are those confidence levels going? I feel like forgetting to film part of it really put a dampener on the confidence levels, I gotta say. Or is it better because I was so focused on making these safety eyes, you know? Huh? Huh? Could go either way. I'm also not sure if I need to make sure this doesn't get too thick on top, the washer still needs to be able to close on it. I don't think that'll be an issue, but famous last words. Okay, that's coat 2. Let's put them in. Put them in and see how they go. All right, they're out. Time for the tap test. All right, looking and feeling pretty hard. Now, you know what I remembered after I cured that green is that Kelsey was like, hey, don't forget to check them because once you get rid of the color, it's really hard to mix exactly the same amount of color into the UV resin. So it'll be really hard to get exactly the same color again. And you know what I did? I didn't check it and I cured it because I thought, hey, what a cool idea if we just look at them all at the end together. But actually, I'm a noob at this and I really should have checked them. So I am going to have a quick look at these from the front with you before we get rid of that resin in case we need a third coat. And I'm gonna be ballsy and take this off if I can. Oh, gloves make everything harder. All right, not bad, but I feel like maybe a third coat could work. I don't know. What do we think? I'm going to try a third coat just in case. There is still bits around the eye. All right, let's go coat number 3. I am going to color all the way to the back of the eye because I think that is where I missed some sections and it looked a little see-through. So we're going to do it. We're going to go all the way. Hee hee, go all the way. I forgot to close the door, so bang goes in here, and so this just got 10 times more stressful because if he jumps up here and gets any kind of resin on him, I swear, oh my goodness. I'm going to put these in and then I'm going to get him out of the room because that is just not a thing I want to have to deal with, to be honest, everyone. Or a thing I want him to have to deal with if he gets any resin on him. He doesn't know any better. He's just a baby. Oh, here he comes. All right. Let's go. Get that in there and get the cat out of here. You know what? I think that is looking a bit better. I look forward to showing you in actual proper lighting at the end of this video, but I'm going to call these ones done. Put them over here. And now I'm going to use this same gold to go with my glitter, but first I'm gonna mix some with just glitter. So let's go again. Wish me luck with this glitter. Oh my god. All right. Not really sure how much glitter to put in, so I'm gonna go with that and see. If you're watching this and that is wrong, I'm very, very sorry. I'm gonna try mixing it with the brush this time. I'm not sure why I didn't do that all of the first times, to be honest. Am I meant to just mix it with the brush the whole time? Should have rewatched the video, shouldn't I? All right, so I remember from Kelsey's video that in this one, I'm gonna do a layer of glitter and try to like spread the glitter evenly, and then after the glitter layer, I'll either do another glitter layer and then the color, or if I think the glitter is evenly spread, I'll just go straight to the color. So let's see how we go. I also remember she was talking about like, make sure you spread any glitter within the UV resin out before you set it, because once you set it, you obviously can't move it again. So you kind of want to make sure that it's an even spread of glitter, which all makes sense, all very wise. What a wise person on the internet my friend Kelsey is, you know? All right, that looks like a decent amount of glitter, but also a decent amount of resin, which maybe is too much. That's looking good, I think. Not sure how well you can see, but that spread of glitter I think is good. Let's go number 2 with some more glitter. All right, this is harder because it's like, obviously like the glitter kind of causes the resin to clump a little more, I think. Anyway, let's see. There is a very real possibility that after this, I think that these kinds of eyes are really cool, but that making them is a bit too stressful. But I do enjoy like trying new crafts, as I think a lot of crafters do. So I feel like there'll also be a bit of me that just stubbornly will want to do it myself. Because I have the how hard can it be gene. And sometimes the answer is like actually pretty hard. This one feels like it has more glitter in it than the other one. Yeah, there's like a bit of a gap on this one. But I want another bit of the big glitter in if I can get it. Looks like snot. It's getting a bit clumpy and I'm not really sure why. Maybe I needed to put the blinds down and have unnatural lighting for you guys. They're going in. Okay, they are out. I messed up one of them a little bit. See here, there's just a little bit of resin that overhung and it had a bit of glitter in it, so it like really didn't kind of self-level back. So that's a bit of a bummer, but I think otherwise I like the spread of glitter in both of them. And I'm gonna just go onto the color now and see how that goes. So let's rock and roll, baby. I'm not sure why this one kind of got a bit hard. Like, see how there's that big clump coming up? And I'm not really sure why, because it's in no more or less kind of sun than this gold one. Oh, and the gold one is fine. Feeling like it might be a little thick, but I'm gonna maybe have to rely on a second coat for it. So that's one. Let's go for a second. Finding a glitter is quite lumpy, so I'm not sure if I maybe got the wrong glitter or if I needed to spread it out more, like have less in the resin and do 2 coats of it rather than more in the resin with 1 coat. If that makes sense. This is the one with the bit that's sticking out. I won't have much choice but to not put much on next time because I'm running out of the gold. Let's put these in. See how we go. All right, those are done. Let's do the test. They are hard. Okay, I'm gonna do, just with the end of this, I'm gonna just do another little coat on both of them, and then we'll call it done. Okay, let's go in for one last round. I gotta say, I don't know how confident I'm feeling now after finishing the like painting of all of them, but the last pair is doing their last cure, and then I guess we will see. So I'll jump back on my camera in the next clip and we can have a look. Okay, these ones are out. I think what I'm gonna do is put all of these on here and do one last cure with all of them on there, just to really make sure they're all good. I did on this last pair have a very tiny bit get on the front of one of them because this plastic doesn't quite cover the whole thing, but that's okay. All right, these are going in for one last cure, and then when we come back, I will show you them all in the sunshine. You can get ready for the reveal. Okay, so there we go. This is the third time I am filming this conclusion to this video. The first time I filmed it, I accidentally put my camera in slow-mo, and that obviously was not gonna work. And the second time, I accidentally turned the audio recording off. I don't even know how I did that, but hopefully it's on now and you can hear this. But all in all, I feel like a pretty successful first attempt at making safety eyes. I guess the benefit of having to record this for a third time is that I've now rewatched all the footage. So you know what? I think we went pretty well. I am pretty happy with how they look. I did notice after I finished them that they were still like a little bit tacky when I was touching the back of them. And when I Googled that issue, it seems like potentially I just needed to cure them longer, although I was curing them for like quite a while in the UV lamp, or potentially I had too much like mica powder or glitter in them. So I think I will try again at some point and maybe play with how much powder I'm putting in them. Potentially I need to put like less powder in and do more coats of resin. I'm not sure. Once again, for like probably the millionth time this video, if you do have any tips or any ideas or anything about what to change or what to try, let me know in the comments below. If you have any other like color combinations you want me to do next time, let me know as well, because I'm definitely gonna be making more of these, I think. What I did with the eyes was I left them in actual sunlight for a while, and they feel like a lot less tacky now, a lot better. So I think that helped. So that was the internet's kind of other option, was just like leave them out in the sun, get some real UV for a while, and hopefully that tackiness should like disappear, which it seems to be getting there. I'll probably leave them out in the sun tomorrow as well. I feel like somehow I got the gold to be like very similar in color to my skin color when I was like rewatching the clips, but if you can hear that, it's just people setting off fireworks because people in my area like to do practice runs before New Year's, so it has been going since about November. But anyway, that is the downside to having to film this for a third time, because it is now evening when they're setting off fireworks. But that is by the by. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed watching me attempt to make safety eyes for the first time. If it has inspired you to give it a go, please let me know. I will, of course, link the video that I used, Kelsey's video, down in the description below. So if you do want to make your own safety eyes, please do not use this as a guide. Go and watch her video. It's really good. I really should have rewatched it before I started this, but I didn't, and I think maybe it made it more fun. Who knows? Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out. If you liked this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. It helps more people find our little community and it really helps the channel grow. Otherwise, if you want to let me know any of the like color combos I should try, drop them in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed hanging out, if you like crafty kind of crochet-ish, crochet adjacent content, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. We have heaps of videos coming out this month for Vlogmas, and in the new year I feel like I have a renewed energy to be able to release videos more consistently, weekly or fortnightly, because Vlogmas has really made me realize that it is more possible than I thought even while working full-time. So that has been a big benefit of making all these videos this month for you guys, and I hope to see you in the next one. And until then, bye!